What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your man, Governor Wildstar, and I'm right here on the black side of liberty. Hey, appreciate each and every one of you out there that are jumping into this conversation, and we'll be watching my interview with a very special guest for this Flower Power episode. Yeah, we're going to be talking about hemp and cannabis and weed and marijuana and all that good stuff. But first, of course, you know what to do. All of you out there that are watching, please definitely be sure to hit subscribe, especially if you're out there on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, head on over to YouTube and watch this video, whether it's now or in the future or whatever the case may be. But please be sure to hit that bell, that notification symbol, and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I'm almost at that 30,000 subscriber goal, and it's creeping up quickly. And the way that you're going to be able to help me do that is, of course, first and foremost, hit and subscribe. Second, be sure to share this video or any of my other Black Side of Liberty podcasts with my wonderful guests, or me getting arrested by cops, or arguing against those damn cops in court. Share any of those videos, help spread the word, let more people out there know what I'm doing out here for the liberty movement and to advance freedom for all of you. All right. I need your help in doing so. We definitely got to pull our weight, and it is up to we, the people, in order to make sure that we're spreading this message and reaching every corner of the world that we can, okay? And definitely be sure to head on over to my website, governorwildstar.com, right there at the bottom of the screen. You know what it is. Head on over to the website right now and connect with me on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be. Connect with me. Let's talk. Share any of my posts, of course. And like I said, help me grow that audience. You know how the fake news is, and people in general, we're bandwagoners. The more people that we see are involved in something, the more we want to get involved. So help me spread that message, get that word out there, and inform others about what we are doing to advance freedom together collectively, okay? So with no further ado, I'm going to go into what we're here for today, and that's to talk about the power of flowers. And this flower in particular is the hemp flower, the cannabis plant, which comes in many forms. You have cannabis and you have hemp, or cannabis is the main plant, which again produces either hemp or marijuana. Marijuana is the female flower plant, gets your ass high, and then hemp is the male plant of that cannabis plant that doesn't really get you high too much, but it has other benefits, medical benefits, if you were to smoke it and consume that in any way, shape, or form. It creates oils, all sorts of shit. Just look it up. But it's a very powerful plant. And it's been suppressed for a long time, but we're starting to see some progress here in America to advance the utilization of this plant in its many forms and make sure that it has a possibility to provide some prosperity to those out there that are looking for a way to capitalize on this industry in general. So, there are people out there that are doing this. And I want to talk to you about one person in particular, because I came across this story, and it's very interesting. And I found this article on U.S. Marijuana Party, Kentucky. You can check it out. It's not just about marijuana anymore, but check this out. It talks about CBD isolate plant to be built in West Kentucky. This article is from December 2017, and I'll read it to you really quickly. In Carlisle County, Kentucky, plans have been made to build a plant to, and this is like a plant of farm, a power plant, or whatever the case may be, to commercially process pharmaceutical grade cannabidiol, or whatever the fuck, CBD isolate. King's Royal Biotech of Kentucky partnered with an industrial hemp development company from China to build this facility. Okay, so you had a international partnership here to develop this plant in Kentucky, to create jobs in Kentucky, and again, products for we the people to benefit from. So King's Royal Biotech was out there in Kentucky. Organizers say the plant will process CBD isolate, which is a powder made from hemp, Advocates say CBD, whether in the isolate or oil form, can help with medical ailments without getting the user high. So that's incredible right there, because a lot of people's concerns is that, hey, if I consume any type of cannabis, it's going to get me high. But no, CBD hemp will not do that. So Kings Royal has contracted with farmers in Carlisle and Hickman counties to grow 2,300 acres of hemp. The Kentucky Department of Agriculture also issued the permits for farming and processing. Hemp will be harvested this fall, and the first round of CBD isolate will be produced in late 2018. Fast forward to actual 2018. We got this shit. July 2018. What's next after Kings Royal Biotech cancels hemp plant plans? A promise of more than 100 new jobs has fallen through in Western Kentucky. Carlisle County Judge Executive Greg Terry confirmed Wednesday that plans for a hemp CBD oil extraction plant won't happen. So this King's Tech biotech plant that was supposed to grow hemp was canceled. And for what reason? I don't know. Let's talk with the man himself. We actually have Colonel Keith Taylor here of King's Royal Biotech Plant. What's up, Colonel Taylor, and welcome to the Black Side of Liberty, brother, man.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you. The pleasure is all mine, man, because it's a whole lot of shit going on with you, Keith, and the people out there need to know what's going on, especially when it can affect them personally. And this story in particular would definitely affect them, seeing as your company, Kings Royal Biotech, was about to provide jobs to the people of Kentucky and also provide products that we, the people all across the country, could have been benefiting from. So first things first, of course, I know a little bit about you because we have mutual parties that have introduced us, etc. But there's people out there that don't know who the hell you are. So Keith, please tell them, who is Colonel Keith Taylor?
Colonel Keith Taylor. Man, he's a simple man, does simple things. I try to keep things simple, but Kentucky didn't let me keep it simple this time. Went ahead and I'm the president and chairman of Kings Royal Biotech, founder, one of two founders of the company. Dr. Chen is another founder. I was trying to raise my hand when you were reading the last thing about the hemp cancel of the hemp plant, and Greg Terry is talking about the lost jobs. We were talking about this today. I forget who I was talking with, but we started to laugh so hard because what happened is Dr. Chen, okay, we'll call him Frank, that's why I call him Dr. Chen for you guys, goes to see Terry, and they want to build this. Frank's playing double agent with the Chinese, by the way. Okay, so and this was ruining everything, but also he's got to get Kentucky to play along too, right?
Right.
So he goes to Greg Terry, and he says, "Hey, look, you're gonna look bad because we're not gonna get you those jobs because we want to do something different. We're gonna give you some hemp, and you're gonna not care about the jobs." And he was probably like, yeah, fuck those jobs, As soon as you give the guy money, he don't give a fuck, right? So he's not in it for that. Judge Terry's never been in it for the jobs, He plays a good mayor, because he plays, and the guy, I got to see the real side of this guy one time. And it actually kind of scared me because this is the kind of guy that when I show up in Kentucky, the guy hands me a 9mm pistol and like an ounce of weed, right? Good dude. I'll make sure I'm handled both ways. No problem. But then the guy, he starts to get to, I think this is what happens when people turn crooked. Not just crooked, but crooked against you. Then they start to develop this something within them. And so, but then if you could bring that out in them, then he's not on my side. So I brought that out in one time and let him go, hooked him in and let him go real quick. But that man is evil, and he has committed so many evil acts against our company, Kings Royal Biotech. They stole over $1 billion worth of stuff.
Oh my God.
They ran us through took us out of Fayette County, which is in Lexington, where our jurisdiction is. If anything gets brought against us, bam, we're there. And Terry is also, mind you, he is an investor within the company, which should he have been or not, we'll see. That one could slide. Say, but the thing that couldn't slide is that he had me give him $700,000 worth of stocks. Okay, at the time I didn't know he's an elected official because they call him Judge Terry, right? So Judge Terry, he said, hey, he wants some stocks. So hey, I said it was fair, guys, and he said, hey, come up with that amount. Which is a decent amount. I mean, it's a big chunk. I mean, he's up there with the other guys. I'm a founder and I'm a majority guy. But the other guys that are like major players in the company too, they're sitting where Terry's sitting. So fuck, Terry's a major player, but no time does he tell anybody at any event. He said, "Oh, this is the mayor of Carlisle County with the owner of Kings Road Biotech. He's part owner too." Never did they mention that. You know why? Because I'll tell you why, quick, so we don't waste the time. It's a federal crime to receive anything of value, even a cup of coffee. Okay, yeah. This guy took $700,000 worth of stock, and then steals it on TV, Channel 6. He tells everyone, "Oh, we're no longer going to use Kings Road Biotech." Mind you, he is part of Kings Road Biotech.
Yeah.
But he's saying like the county can't do that because the county doesn't own it. So he basically, and they told everyone that I'm done. He said, Taylor was removed from the company 3.5 weeks ago. But see, at this time, I'm in Estonia, and Governor Carroll tells me, if you get a call from the news, just tell them no comment. Like clockwork, I'm standing in Estonia, just got there. This castle, this guy from Risto, Bitcoin guy. So, talking and boom, I say, no comment. I didn't think nothing of it, And then, but that's it. That ends up coming back to bite me in the ass because at that time they were going to ask me, we heard that you're no longer part of Kings Road Biotech, and I didn't get that. I got an email follow up from them, but it was like lost for a long time, and but anyways, come back to it. I mean, he basically told people that I was fired from my own company, but. I mean, I'm a founder. I cannot be fired. There's no way I could be fired.
Right.
But he did a grab on TV, which just right there is evidence alone to indict this gentleman. Not to mention indicting him on the $700,000 worth of shares, because they've indicted over 300 Kentucky elected officials since 2004 to now. They're 300. For this, they're known as by Harvard, okay? Harvard law, and Harvard, another group within Harvard. The two came together and to figure out who is the most corrupt state, Kentucky. Okay? So obviously, I'm dealing in an area in which, it's hard to deal because I like to be a straight up individual. This for that, And but Terry, as soon as Frank went to him and made him a deal, he took the money, and they always take the money. I've been offered the money so many times, and I don't take it because they came to me and said, "Here, take it. We've given you everything. We haven't sold anything." And so I took a look. I started to laugh right away, and it was like, "Dude, this is like 1% of the crop. It was about 300,000 pounds. Okay, a little over that, and about 111,000 pounds of seeds." I grew like 27.5 million pounds of flour. Okay?
Oh God!
They didn't even have the fiber or the herd on there, which is the stem, the whole stem. So what? Okay, so the fucking flour just grew in fucking midair. What? Where is it? Nobody says shit about that. But the fucking courts are so fucking stupid over there. It's not that they're stupid; they're just fucking covering their tracks. Because Timothy Langford is the judge. And we filed on him 3 times, judicial review, and they turned it down every time. But the problem is that guy is overseeing like 4 civil cases of mine, and then the fucking asshole drops a criminal charge on me where they sent the damn U.S. Marshals over here with fucking machine guns, and pointing them at me and my friends and family, and it was screwed up time. And they fucking kidnapped me for fucking 5 months.
Oh my God!
So
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
What did they pick you up on?
Fuck, they didn't even have a fucking warrant. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, and then I talked to LAPD and fucking goddamn U.S. Marshals. They said, "Oh, it must have been a joint operation." I said, "Fuck you guys. You know, I'm a fucking special force Marine. You know, I know all this shit. You don't act. Someone fucking called in a fucking heavy favor. Okay, yeah. I mean, but I said, even if it's a co-op, you know what I'm saying? You can't just point fingers at each other like dumb did it, no dumber did it, no dumb did it, no dumber did it. You know what I mean? That's how they are. They're fucking three stooges or two stooges. You know, so you can't get. But dude, the fact of the matter is that shit fucking happens and it affects people's lives.
Absolutely.
It fucked my fucking whole life up. Okay, and to come back, I'm excuse. To your people, fuck. I apologize. I fucking swear a lot. Raped and then fucking raped again when you talk about it. He's like fucked. You know what I mean?
I can see how frustrating and angering that must be, especially with them arresting you pretty much without even telling you why you're going to be arrested. And
exactly.
You in jail on false charges which had nothing to do with your cultivating of hemp. It wasn't like you did it illegally. It wasn't like you were doing anything under the table. It was legit. Right, exactly. So go ahead.
But the thing is when someone steals, you know, close to $1 billion, actually it's over $1 billion if I would have done a couple other things with it, if they would actually given it to me. But it says around this, you know, a bill. If someone steals $1 billion, think about it. Okay, they'll go to any lengths to cover their ass, and they have. I've had them backed in a corner a gazillion times, and they have to break another law to get out of it. And that's all they have done is break the law, break the law, break the law. I'm the only guy that fucking hasn't broken the fucking goddamn law, and I end up getting kidnapped for fucking 5 months. Okay, tell me I'm armed and dangerous. Okay, this is the thing. I'm a special force Marine. I don't own weapons. Okay, I know where I have them all the time or get them all the time. But the problem is I don't own them for this simple goddamn fucking reason. Okay, because they always say it's the fucking point at the crazy Marine with all the fucking guns and all the fucking ammo, right? That's supposed to be me, but I don't. I keep that stuff away from me because then they'll go and make a stupid mistake like that. Because all they have to do is check the federal registry. I don't even own a fucking weapon, so how am I fucking armed and dangerous?
Yeah, right? And that's another thing that they could have used to prop up against you. Also, as had they came on your property against your will and actually, you know, did a search and found some weapons, they could have held you on a gun charge. So you're smart in making sure that, you know, you're clean as a whistle in the event that does happen. But
yeah, I know how this chess game fucking works.
Yeah, but it's pretty tragic.
And you know what the wild star?
What's up?
I fucking win every time.
That's right. We got to be around winners like you, man, because this government of ours is extremely corrupt. And it's sad that the majority of people, especially taxpayers, we continue to contribute towards the system thinking that it's actually working. It's going after hardened criminals and protecting our kids when really it's hurting people. It's hurting families. It's hurting the economy. It's problematic. So one thing, I hate to pause things with what you're telling about your story, but the one thing about people's, I guess, misconception about the service you were providing is that they could see it as being criminal because it's simply the marijuana or cannabis plant. And that's where the confusion in lies. Is because
let me explain that real quick. When I got involved because I got involved to get the plant legalized, and I did. Mm-hmm. Okay, legalized and commoditized.
Right.
So that's why they brought me in.
All right.
And Trump signed the bill December 20th, 2018 to legalize
hemp farming.
Hemp, yes, that's because of me. Okay.
Yeah, and then Kentucky,
McConnell didn't even jump in till 15 days after I showed them how to properly monetize the crop. Okay.
Oh wow! And I know Senator Rand Paul. He's a senator of Kentucky, and he actually supported the hemp farming as well. So it's supposed to be a budding industry, no pun intended, but you know, an industry that's supposed to flourish and provide more prosperity and opportunities to the people of Kentucky as well as the rest
but okay, that's where it stops. They don't care. I'll tell you this right now. Kentucky does not care about anything outside of its fucking borders. I'll tell you, Okay, use the example you just using here. We go right into it. Okay, you're saying that Senator Rand Paul created this thing for the hemp farming and this and that. It created lots of opportunities. They were creating opportunities for themselves because they're fucking
Right.
okay. And I'll tell you what they did. They are known. This is the largest bust in U.S. history. Come out of Kentucky. Okay, through the guys are called shoot, uh, whatever. They're a cartel. Uh, anyways, they got busted. Okay. Thing is they want to cover their marijuana, illicit marijuana growing and maneuvering throughout the country. So what did they do? They said, you know what? If we legalize industrial hemp, we could keep growing marijuana, but we have, these 18 wheelers, these trucks, they carry a lot of shit, right? Yeah. Well, then we just give them a free pass. Okay. So they're writing the omnibus bill. Don't touch our trucks. If you're in the industrial hemp research pilot program, you don't touch your trucks. So now they know they got a guarantee to move, about 20,000 pounds a truckload, and that's a small truckload, anytime they want, all over the U.S. Well, what does that do? Well, I'll tell you that affects. Like, I'm in the marijuana market here in California. We do things up above board, and it's a legal market. But then they start encroaching on our markets because they're basically crossing the markets, and no one knows it because they're telling everyone it's hemp, but it's really marijuana. Okay,
Right.
selling that.
What I do want to ask you is a lot of people, again, are confused because the plant looks the same. So what is the difference between hemp and marijuana? Can you explain that to our guests?
Yeah. It's like, I guess the best way to explain it is like when you look at an industrial hemp plant, it looks more like a spear. It grows a lot taller. Okay, it's between 10 to 14 feet tall. And if you're looking at a marijuana bush, like the stuff that this came off of, is a bush. Okay, and you usually plant them about 1 square meter per on your acreage. Okay, so so say you get about 2,300 plants per acre with the marijuana plant because it's a bush. It's so bushy, right? And you cannot use. The thing is, look, obviously I smoke marijuana daily. Okay, I got it. I went by the grow. They say, hey,
Oh,
yeah.
we gotta hang out soon.
All right. So, I'm not a fucking hater against weed by no means. Okay, but I do have to separate the markets and I have to make sure they're operating independently.
Right.
But when Kentucky is not doing that, and I find that out, and then I start fucking asking some questions, and then when I'm asking questions, they try to make me disappear. Nah, I don't fucking think so. You know what I mean? So it got crazy out there, Wildstar. 2 times they tried to hit me. But hey, I'm a special forces Marine. You're gonna need a fucking sniper.
Well, it sounds like if they hit you, you're going to hit back and you go back hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, thing is so we caught them. They had a 20,000 pound truck load leave Kentucky because everyone's like, "Oh, that's not fucking happening, Mr. Taylor. Oh, that's not fucking happening." Right? Almost, maybe a few weeks after. Okay, bang, they hit a truck. It's marijuana. Okay, DEA fucking tested 9,000 kilos of marijuana with my stolen hemp on the back covering it, and they try to tell them it was a hemp shipment, right? And I'm like, fuck, that's. So I'm calling Sheriff Weichel. I'm like, look, I think that stuff's mine because it was on the news, right? I said, I think those pallets in the back were mine. The other stuff's marijuana for sure. Test it. And so they do, and they tested it, and boom. But my whole deal was I'm trying to get my stolen hemp back.
Yeah.
Okay? And I was trying to file a report, just a theft report with the Kentucky State Police. This guy, I always like to say his name and give him a warm welcome. His name is Detective Hamby. He's a real piece of fucking dog shit. He's a fucking faggot, right? So this is that guy. And if you're gay, I don't mean it in that way. It just means the guy's a fucking asshole, okay? He's a prick. So fuck you, Hamby. And anyways, this piece of shit would not even file a damn report that I'm reporting that I'm missing anything. It's so crazy that The guy's like, no, 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 no. And see, I had to go back to him again to try to get him to file another one because I went to Oklahoma and asked him. I said, look, I told you I was talking to Sheriff Weichel. What can I do? I need to get a sample of the truck. He said, well, you have to talk to Rebecca, who is the prosecutor. I said, okay, no problem. So he gave me her name and her number. I call her, and after talking to her for a little bit, and I said, because I already know what the process is, okay? And she's like, you're gonna need a police report. And I'm like, I know, but the guy's not giving me one. So I never ran across this kind of issue before where a fucking cop won't fucking write a report. Okay, on fucking hundreds of millions of dollars worth of stuff.
Yeah, that's the dirty, corrupt shit. That's that dirty cop shit that they don't really want to talk about. It's
dirty, filthy, dirty shit, right?
Yeah, that's actually what I want to ask you next, because I actually got an article here from the governor of Kentucky, congratulating you and King's Royal Biotech on a groundbreaking 140 job facility in Carlisle County. And they try to make it seem like Governor Matt Bevin congratulated King's Royal Biotech, a manufacturer of cannabinoids, isolate for breaking ground on its $30 million plus facility, a project expected to create 140 full-time jobs in West Kentucky. So you actually have the governor of the state right here giving you props, but from your story, it doesn't really sound like the government in general was trying to help you or the hemp industry, we the people. So I want to ask you, Colonel Taylor.
Yeah.
You've already kind of answered it in a sense, but there are people out there that do want to get involved in the hemp industry, and it sounds like you've addressed some of those concerns that they may have directly, because
I want to cut you off real quick before I forget, because I'm burning down these fucking trees, I forget, so basically I want to jump back to the market because I wanted to tell you this. Kentucky don't give a fuck about nobody. Okay, they jumped into the industrial hemp research pilot program to monopolize it, to control it, so they could benefit and nobody else. Okay, they're so greedy that none of them grew fucking industrial hemp but me, pretty much. Okay, anyone in excess of 100,000 pounds, you had to come to me. So once they found out I fucking owned the whole market, everyone was pretty I guess surprised, but they shouldn't have been. I told them, hey, you guys should be doing this, and no one listened. But then all of a sudden, everyone's coming to me to buy flour, because then they're like, we don't want to buy from this guy. Well, why don't they want to buy from me? Because they're so greedy. They're like, we could probably steal it, This is crazy. So they didn't even want industrial hemp. They did it to cover the illicit marijuana growers, because they don't even have. This is what's funny. They fucking grow so much marijuana. But that's how you control it, to keep it illegal. Okay, so the government is under its control. But if you legalize it, it's no longer, you lose control.
Right.
They don't even have medical marijuana, yet they're growing marijuana and shipping it all over to everyone else's state, having no effect on their goddamn rivers. Okay, none.
Do you hear this? Do you people hear this? He's telling you from the streets what's really going on. Your own government is the one that's producing these drugs and then sending them out into the inner cities and communities.
And the FBI is letting them fucking do it. Okay? And I could give you all the agents' names that I work with. Okay? Yeah. And I was like, you guys are pieces of shit. The DEA is a piece of shit. The FBI is a piece of shit. They don't fucking do nothing. They're covering their ass. Because at the end of the day, remember this. Because I'm a big business guy too. I fucking know this. Look, they work for us.
Yeah, of course.
They don't fucking. They don't work for the people. When I say us, I'm not trying to say I'm a big business. I'm fucking no, I'm not. But I happen to fucking get in a spot where I can make moves, right? And so I know that those bitches work for us. There are bitches, okay, for big business, because big business runs America.
Right. Okay? Exactly.
Big business runs America. So when you have big business like in Kentucky, okay, when you talk about fucking marijuana, it's fucking one of the biggest. Bourbon, they own 98% of the world's bourbon comes from fucking Kentucky, okay? Monopoly again. So these guys are cranking out weed and bourbon. Fuck, you're getting filthy rich for 50 years, right? So these guys are dicks. Okay, they have no fucking respect. So they own those guys there. They're not FBI, dude. They don't shouldn't even say FBI in there, dude, because they don't fucking act like it. They do nothing. They got everything. They don't do shit. They're nothing.
The people that they claim to, do
They don't
their
work for people. They do not work for the fucking people.
right.
I had to go to my people in Silicon Valley. Okay, some agents over there I know, and they're like, "Fuck, this is pretty fucked up." I was like, "Yeah, it is what it is." And they wrote up. Well, I was telling you about Terry that he should have been indicted because of $700,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
The FBI in Silicon Valley wrote it up to basically it's called a formal complaint. Send it over to Kentucky. They're supposed to fucking indicted him, but they haven't even indicted him, and this was months ago. So Brown, the guy in charge over there, he doesn't fucking do nothing. He sits on his ass. Okay, and I worked with this other guy, same thing. He sits on his ass too. I don't know what they do. They play circle jerk or something in their face. I don't know. Dude. These guys they're losers. Okay, they're FBI agents that don't work. Okay, they're not doing their fucking job. They don't do shit. Okay, then you got the state police. They're connected to the program. Okay, so what's really weird is Kentucky State Police. They're connected to the Industrial Hemp Research Pilot Program. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to file a report on my stolen shit, but that's within the program that these motherfuckers run. Because it's their boys stealing it, and they're like, fuck you, you're fucking hilarious. You California boy, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, because it's basically what they're doing. They're punking me, trying to, and punking me, dude. Sorry, good fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. So the state fucking police are their fucking thugs in the program.
That's disgusting, man. Yeah.
File a motherfucking report, and the FBI's like, we don't know what to tell you. I'm like, I don't know what to fucking tell you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But it has been the most fucked. If they stole my company illegally, okay? I mean, they did some fucked up shit, Wellstar.
It is. I mean, it's corruption at the highest degree, and then the highest level as well. And it's now that the public, we the people, believe that our government is out there doing what they can to protect us from violent criminals when really they're hurting.
We should be protected from fucking them, dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Go ahead. Hopefully I don't forget this shit. Well, damn it.
Go ahead.
Damn it, I fucking had it. Go ahead. I'll have to think.
Oh, my bad. I had to
it's a good.
there.
I lost it.
But that's another thing is people feel like, that the government.
I gotta stop you. Look, this was what I have to say.
All right.
It's a black, white, pink, yellow, green. Doesn't fucking matter. Slave, not slave. Because we're all fucking slaves. We're born into it here.
Mm-hmm.
We're born fucking slaves. We're fucking slaves, guys. Hope you don't fucking know that. By now, wake the fuck up. We're fucking slaves. Okay? We're fucking slaves. And thing is, they tell you, look, I'm fucking. They're gonna say, "Oh, you pinche güero, fucking whatever, fuck." I'm fucking crossbreed. I'm a fucking mutt, right? Or whatever. But I'm not this. I'm not that. I haven't been privileged in nothing. I fucking work my way all the way to the top. I'm a Marine. I went to Stanford. I checked all the fucking top boxes. Okay, the best boxes you could fucking check, and you're supposed to have your life's supposed to be good after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, not even mine. So what does that tell you? I'll tell you what it tells you. That nobody's fucking safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've united us though by doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
true fucking unity, okay? Because they fucked up.
Yeah,
the wrong guy.
I always said the best way to unite the people is give them something to hate collectively, and and
then you have to cover the whole full spectrum. So
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
One end and on the other. But when I grew up, I'm on this end anyway. I had to get my way to this side. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now these guys fucked up because now they're saying to us, to America, no one's safe. We're gonna fuck veterans over even. We're gonna try to kill our veterans for money, dude. Fucking that's what they tried to do. Okay? If that's the case, then fuck guys, we need to wake the fuck up.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially our veterans, that are out there and not receiving the support that they need from their government that they served. And we, the people that they, pledged an oath to. So, again, one thing that people are kind of, I guess, conditioned to believe is that government should be doing something, or that they are doing something to protect us through laws. So with decriminalization, I want to ask you, Colonel Taylor, why should cannabis be decriminalized? How will it help us as a community if it was decriminalized?
Well, when you say decriminalized, I say legalized because and I say legalized because they're not decriminalizing it really. They are, but that's not their objective. Because if they could, they'd fucking legalize it and fucking throw you in jail at the same time. You know what I mean? You buy a bag and you go straight to jail. That's what. If they had it their way, that's what it would be. And I
Well,
say,
because you got to get permission from the government, you got to obtain a
yeah,
license,
yeah,
you still got to go
so,
through that rigmarole.
yeah. So I think like I guess it's just fuck, dude. It did not decriminalize, but they legalized because they're gonna make the money. That's the only
Right,
way for them to make money is to fucking legalize. Okay. At the end of the day, you legalize something so you could tax it. Okay.
right.
That's the only reason. Okay. So otherwise, why are you gonna fucking legalize it? Because then like I said, that's not their objective. It's not to fucking get you or me out of fucking jail. They'd rather us fucking be there. They don't give a fuck. They get money for us or something. Some way they're working in an angle where if they could fuck everybody all the time, they would. Just because.
What they do through taxation, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we get taxed for weed out here in California, and it's in some places it's 30% tax and shit on weed purchases. You're paying more in taxes than the actual weed that you're buying, and it's ridiculous.
It is,
So,
and it's going to get corrected because actually, I'm also going to step in, okay? Because I know both markets like the back of my hand. Because I come from, medical marijuana, and I also come from hemp at the highest level, okay? And so, the thing I see the states doing wrong is overtaxing.
yeah,
What happens when you overtax?
people stop.
You create a black market.
Yeah,
Just try to get rid of by legalizing it. Okay, but if you do it now, you do it this way. Now the fucking the straight guys, like when I'm straight women, the ones that are fucking nerds, they're fucking so happy to buy it for the first time and they've never been in trouble. Like they're gonna be like fucking. They're gonna have a dealer now. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be fuck that shit. I'm paying that. You know what I mean? So if you got even fuck everybody now, it's like fuck them. You know what I mean? So then you become problem if you want to make money off this commodity as a state or a country. Okay, you cannot have your fucking customers feeling that way. Like fuck you guys. You know what I mean? So something you have to bring them all back together again. Okay, so
yeah,
you have to live as one, function as one, but be different. So, but knowing both markets, they go back to Kentucky again. Is they didn't want the industrial hemp research pilot program really, except for to move marijuana. I'm thoroughly convinced. Okay, I brought everything to that state. I brought the latest, greatest, the best in the world technology that I got from the Chinese military. Okay, um, and then I also brought the best decortication and degumming of the hemp fiber. Okay, in the world. Okay, non-toxic. Okay, and so these are the things that America does not even have or did not have at the time. Zero of these. And I also grew the largest amount of hemp ever in the United States of America's history. Okay, and so all of those things should have created a perfect storm of success and created jobs and lots of opportunities. And it's sad that through corruption and greed and just fucking people not giving a fuck except for
yeah.
white. Then
That's actually what I wanted to ask you is how can the hemp industry actually help we the people of America? You mentioned that, it'll create jobs and generate income and wealth and prosperity, from a plant pretty much.
problem is this, even when I had to step away. I stepped away from California Finance. It's a marijuana pre-rolls. Uh, First, it was the very first brand, okay, of any branding done, in marijuana, okay. We're the first legal grow too, in California. So the thing was, I stepped away from that to get into CBD. Okay, so I go to industrial hemp because industrial hemp is legal. So I can import it, I can export it, I can send it state to state. Whatever I need to do is good.
Mhm.
Difference is the CBD content is lower in that plant. But like I was telling you earlier, the marijuana plant, you get about 2,300 plants per acre. I'll get about 400,000 females plants per acre. So about almost a million plants in total. So what can I do though? Different. What these guys did, I think they intentionally fucking ruined the hemp market, so no one will get back in it, and they tell everyone it's overgrown or this. There ain't nobody. If I step back in, Wildstar, I'll take over the hemp market like that.
You may have to do that soon because
Think all the thing I do.
yeah, we need a takeover here on that end. And that's what I'm offering to do as governor of California is to allow we the people, you, people like you, to actually have control over the industry without any type of government coercion or
Well, it's needed because they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. You know, and same thing was happening in Kentucky. I was like, these guys are fucking rookies. Okay, they have nothing what they're doing, and it's like they all think they're experts. And it's like I'm like laughing in my head, and I was like, this is number one. You guys don't know that they're growing fucking marijuana right under your fucking nose. You have to.
yeah, of course they do.
In on it, okay? The DEA over there is fucking in on it, and so is the fucking FBI.
Yeah,
fucking crooked ass motherfucker.
I love how you just drag their ass. But I want to ask you, since you are a military veteran, you're a Marine, like you said, and you did pledge that oath to serve and protect we the people of the United States.
Like children, you know.
Our elected officials take that pledge also. Do you feel like that they're actually honoring their oath in any way, shape, or form?
Fuck no. I'll say fuck no. I mean, I'll tell you that. Because look, you guys are all like my fucking children. Because ever since I took their oath to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Right. Now it's more domestic than fucking anything these days. So it's like you guys are all my children. And if I make a decision, I can't just think about myself. Think about everyone.
Exactly.
If my decision cannot help everyone, how can I make it?
Yes.
It's only gonna help me. Shit. That my brain does not even let that thought come all the way in. It's all bing. No, fuck you. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So, but these guys are like when they see shit like that, they suck in. They're fucking just so fucking. They're
especially when money comes into play, because you know that's the incentive for them to pretty much just throw that oath and we the people under the bus. They could care less about us, but more about themselves.
I agree, but I don't understand this way of thinking, Walstar, because me, money cannot sway me no matter what. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck it, I don't care about it. Because $1 or 1 billion is the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know? If you have that mentality, you're never going to give in like that. You know, I've caught myself getting into some fucked up fucking trouble, you know, like with the government because of how I think versus how they think.
Yeah.
You know, where I've done some shit where I'm like, fuck these guys. Oh, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I went ahead and fucking went ahead with the op when I wasn't fucking supposed to because it was the right thing to fucking do. You know what I mean? So right. That shit, I recruited some fucking guys in some local fucking, you know, PD and shit. You know what I mean? To fucking do some shit because thing is fuck it. You know what I mean? They're gonna do this to people. Yeah. The government is fucking us up from the outside in, I guess, and back. You know, it's so crazy, but you can change it all because the thing is somebody needed to find all this stuff out, not just find it out, but be able to understand it and be able to convey it back to the American people and be able to have all that evidence, you know, that we possess and that we have collected over time. You know, I mean, like I said, they took everything from me. They took every dime I ever made. They took my company away from me. You know, they took my kids' college funds. They put me in jail, kidnapped me. They have done everything that they could do to me. You know, and you know, all I did was love. You know, when I went there, I said, if anyone needs anything, I'm here. This, that, and you know, I just don't think people really think like me anymore. I guess I don't know. It's kind of weird, you know. And but when I met you guys are fine. You know, you damn little fuckitarians, as everyone says. But you guys,
damn right.
You know, you guys sick.
We ride or die for freedom. That's for sure, man. We gotta inform people. They're so disillusioned with the with the false sense of security, created by the government, that they again are under that belief that they're being protected. But this conversation definitely should open their eyes to the truth, especially with somebody of your caliber being at that level and being criminalized for doing something legal. Do you have anything else that you want to add out there before I let you go? Because I know you're a man of your time, and I don't want to hold you up.
My time is your time today. I finished what I was doing today and just smoke some joints, have some drink, and talk with you.
All right.
To catch up with you, and I just, it's just very sad, that it seems like nobody even wants to do anything. Because the one thing that I always used to go with was this: everyone always said one man cannot make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, fuck that shit. No way. I'm gonna be that fucking one guy.
Well, I'm right with you, man. If I do get elected, trust me, I'll do everything in my power to make sure that these.
But look, this is a fucking really big undertaking, okay? Because Wildstar, when you make that decision always have to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Back it out, dude. If you're gonna be that one guy, you gotta fucking take it to the house. And it's been there in my life to live that way, because I have no room for error. Okay,
right.
And I have no room for compromise. And even when it fucks my fucking family, like I had to actually fucking my shit just fucked. But I could choose. I could take the 13 million over here and fucking woo, yeah, fucking flying on fucking jets, right again. But I don't want that shit. That's not what I want. What I want is a fucking markets that operate, and they're sustainable and they create jobs and they create economies. So if you're going that, you got to go the distance, and you can't. I mean, there's been times where I was like, I got 90% there, and I'm like, maybe one guy can't make a difference, right? Trying to talk myself out of it, right? Because it was just getting so fucked.
Yeah.
But that's when you got to dig deep and just say, you know what? I'm going to keep going, because I've gotten here and no other motherfuckers ever gotten here. So exactly. That is, look, I went in that fucking drag all damn evidence on all these motherfuckers, okay? I got it all. It's properly documented, okay? Everything these fucks did. Corrupt judges, okay? Crazy shit. Now, excuse my French, but I like the cost.
More like American at this point, but
exactly.
You gotta be that one that kind of challenges the system. You can't be faltering on your principles, or else not only do yourself suffers, but everyone that could have benefited from you standing on your principles. It's sad that we get discouraged because we're out there pretty much putting our lives on the line to change things, and people aren't enthusiastic about helping us or enthusiastic about the change, the offer of change that we can provide to them. So you got Terry Barker here, says hello and says a whole bunch of thumbs up.
Hey, Terry Barker, how you doing?
As well as from the viewers. But Colonel Taylor, it was an extraordinary conversation. I would love to talk to you more. And like I said, we definitely got to hang out soon, brother man. So hopefully once I hit the road, we can cross paths and talk more in person sometime soon. All right?
Sounds like a plan.
You said what?
I said that sounds like a plan, And
right.
I was going to try to tie this up real quick, And but you closed on me. But I could leave it like that if you like. It's no big deal. But no problem.
All right, for sure. Well, like I said, we definitely got more we got to talk about. I think we said a lot that people got to kind of ingest.
Hey, you'll know better, dude. Fuck. You know what I
mean? So this would be part one of the Flower Power episode.
But this was supposed to be an interview. I'm supposed to deliver my best interview for you. Okay. So.
Definitely.
No, but I'm not supposed to cuss. I'm going to sum it up right here. I'm not supposed to cuss, not supposed to drink, not supposed to smoke the weed. Okay? But this,
man, rules.
I'm going to close this up real quick. I'm going to close it right now. Thing is a fucking, I tell them, look, I talk, people say, hey, you're fucking uneducated. Nah, I want to fucking stand for you, stupid fuck. Just because I cuss, I'm uneducated, that's how stupid you are, okay? Fuck you. But I cuss because of this reason. Is why? Because they took everything away from me before. But that's one thing they couldn't take. And what comes out this fucking mouth.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I say fuck, it means liberty to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, to you, brother. I'm with you on that shit. Hey, God bless you, Colonel Taylor. And like I said, keep going talk again. Flower Power episode 2 coming soon. In the meantime, you guys, please definitely look up what my man Colonel Keith Taylor is talking about so you can know more about how your corrupt government has not only fucked him, but fucked you too. All right?
Right. Many times.
Much love, brother, man. We'll talk again. All right?
Brother.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, you guys, that again was Colonel Taylor of the Royal Hemp Farm industry. So please look him up, find out more about his case. Like I said, what your government is doing, what they've done to that man, they could definitely do to you or any one of us. So we got to come together to finally say enough is enough. Overthrow our government. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take for us to overthrow our government. The system is beyond repair. We can't reform it. We need to fix it in a whole new way by throwing out everything old and doing something completely new. And that's why I ask all of you to, of course, get involved with your local elections, get involved with your state election, get involved with the federal election, and make sure that you are doing your due diligence by expressing your voice, because that's what your vote is. It's you speaking out of your mouth, like my man Colonel Taylor said, using your mouth to actually be heard. They can't control that. Don't let them control that. If you do, if you give up your power to speak up for yourself, then they will silence you and make sure that, no one else hears what you have to say. But I'm thankful that Colonel Taylor came on here to talk about everything that's happened to him. Hopefully you heard what he had to say and you will act on those words, because that's what we need. We need people like you to start hearing these words and taking action, okay? Speaking of taking action, please definitely be sure to support my campaign for California governor, because I would love to be an elected representative and take that oath of office to protect our countrymen from all threats, foreign and domestic. And I will focus on the domestic first. We cannot help all our foreign friends if we can't figure out what the hell is going on in our own backyard and clean up house first. So heads will roll once Nicholas Wildstar is elected governor of California. So please head on over to crowdpack.com/C/Wildstar4Gov. Help me get elected so I can help Keith Taylor. Help me get elected so I can help you. Help me get elected so I can help we, the people, actually have some accountability for once and be able to hold our elected officials accountable and, send their asses to jail for once for their criminal activity, because they're not going to police themselves. They're not going to correct their behaviors. They feel like they've done everything right. And as long as you continue to authorize that with your silence, then they will stay in power and do everything that they can to silence people like Colonel Taylor and myself, okay? So head on over to crowdpack.com/C/Wildstar, the number 4Gov, and be sure to make a small contribution today. Every little bit helps. I'm not asking for much, so just do whatever you can, all right? And if you don't want to help me personally with my campaign for California governor, help out we, the people of California, by getting involved in a Recall Gavin Newsom effort. Our governor is tyrannical. He's actually on trial right now for abuse of power. So look that up. He's on trial. Governor Gavin Newsom, this guy right here, he's on trial for abuse of power. And what we, the people, can do, take some initiative, be proactive instead of reactive after the shit hits the fan. Do something before the shit hits the fan by getting involved in the recall effort. So head on over to recallgavin2020.com. Be sure, if you live in California, to print out that petition, sign that petition, Circulate that petition and send that in as soon as possible. The deadline for signatures is November 17th. We need 1.5 million signatures before November 17th. And you out there, every single one of you can help by making sure that you sign on the dotted line. Every signature helps, every vote helps, and don't let yourself be silenced by the majority. We are the silent majority, and we need to speak up for once in our lives forevermore. Okay, we do this now, we won't ever have to do it again. Recallgavin2020.com. If you want to make a donation, please do. But I would also suggest you to send that donation over to wehaverights.org. Wehaverights.org. We Have Rights has been involved in pressuring the governor and letting him know we don't like what he's doing. We've been involved in a recall effort, and we've also been mobilizing tens of thousands of people to go and hit the streets and demand more from our government, demand that they reopen schools, that they reopen businesses, that they reopen churches, and that they reopen the state of California so we can continue to live our lives as we did normally before this new norm took effect. So please head on over to wehaverights.org, make a donation, and you can get a wonderful We Have Rights t-shirt of your choice. I wore one of those earlier this week when I did my Black Pride and Prejudice episode with the Honorable Brother Crumb. So be sure to check that out so you can see that shirt that I was wearing, and get one for yourself today by making the $25 contribution at wehaverights.org. You see it scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. Don't act like you don't know where to go. It's right there for your dumb ass, okay? Speaking of which, I'm going to be coming back for another Black Side of Liberty real soon. I got my man Mackenzie Chang, who is running for Fullerton City Council District 2. I used to live in Fullerton myself, so this will be a wonderful conversation. And since Election Day is coming up very soon in the next few weeks, I want to get in as many candidates as possible. So if you are a candidate and you want to come on the Black Side of Liberty, let's talk. All of you candidates that I did extend an invitation to, respond to that shit, especially if you want your constituency to hear your voice and know who you are. Take advantage of every little circuit, every big circuit that you can. I know I'm small fish to some people, but shit, like I said, I got more subscribers and supporters than most, and I'm giving you the opportunity to take advantage of that. And thankfully, Mr. Mackenzie Chang, Mac Chang, he'll be right here on the Black Side of Liberty tomorrow, Friday, October 23rd at 8 p.m. This will be a very special exclusive Black Side of Liberty, since I've only been doing 2 a week. So please come back tomorrow where we will be talking with Mackenzie Chang. So until then, all of my beings of light, art, culture, and knowledge, have a good evening, and definitely ingest as much pastime pleasures as you can, like my man Colonel Keith Taylor did. Have a drink, have a smoke, and relax, live a little. Go out there. That's what it's all about. Live life to its fullest, and don't let government tell you otherwise. So until tomorrow, you guys, long live liberty. Peace.